Hello and welcome to another easy solo. Today we'll be doing Burning Evacuation with Alarak P3, attack damage, empower me duration, structure overcharge, the same three as always. And for options, I just want to make sure that the expo is open. Technically, even if it's not, even if the first ship is not at this expo, it's still doable, but we're gonna just make it a little less annoying. So yeah. That way we make sure that the expo is we can clear it and then expand there immediately after the first ship is done. So we're gonna start with usual 14 pylon. Then we're gonna get gas, and then we're gonna slowly get a mothership, but we're not rushing a 2-minute 30 mothership. Instead, we're just gonna get one by like 4 minutes so that we can assist Alarak. So we're gonna get this, and we'll start filling this assimilator as we get more probes, as long as we keep 14 on minerals. So after we put 3 here, then we'll get a second one and then continue. We don't really need gateway at all until later. We're not in a rush to get anything, but because we have nothing else to use, we have nothing else to spend, we might as well get a gateway. I'll get this as well. And then here, get the third on gas, and then we just continue. At some point, we will get more pylons. Probably at 20, so like right here. Just get a pylon, and then send this to the gas. And then 2 on gas. Then next one, 3 on gas, and then we continue. So at this rate, we will get about 200 gas every minute. So we will have enough gas before 4 minutes, which is cool. Since we're opening a mothership, it's actually not a bad idea to get an early forge to get upgrades. If you're using Ascendants, you don't really need upgrades because you're doing spell damage, but if you're using Destroyers, which we're gonna do, then you want extra attack damage ASAP. Makes them stronger. And here I'm gonna get a pair of Supplicants so that Alarak won't eat Destroyers, basically. So let's do that now. So let's chrono boost this, and then now we're gonna wait. Okay, actually we'll get this one. Then we'll wait for gas to get our mothership. We'll have one probe, and this probe will send this around to go to the natural. That way we can build a pylon and then overcharge it to help out later on. And we can also summon a mothership. See, I have extra money, so I might as well make a probe and give Alarak his hotkey. Mothership, let's go. Okay. Let's get these. Okay. Alright. Here we'll back up. Get out of here so that we don't die for no reason. And then we have a overcharge, so we might as well use it. Here, let's go back here. And we're actually gonna get... We can actually get a second forge. Since we only have 8 charges, we might as well try to get as many as possible. I'm gonna get a second forge because getting getting our shield upgrades will be helpful here. Now we'll overcharge this one, and then since we have about a minute left, we will now overcharge. So we'll charge, shoot, overcharge. All right. So now we can send our guys up here. So what I did is I shift click the minerals so they will mine the minerals, and then they'll get the minerals and then not go home. Here, the right side is actually out of the way, so they're not going to bother us. Okay, let's get our upgrades now. So 10 seconds left. Let's get upgrades, and then we'll get the other Alarak upgrade as well.
Okay, that ship's on its way out. Time to focus on the others.
Now we can rally here, and we can just let them mine. So here, let's get imposing presence. They're coming. Alarak stays in the front. And then we'll clear this side. Continue making probes. Bye-bye, clean. And then, well, we might as well get these upgrades. Get some more gateways as well. Okay.
Hostiles are heading directly for one of the ships.
So the supplicant's gone. Let's make some more. And then let's get gas. Keep. We're just gonna tech up. And then here, what we're gonna do is, well, we're gonna get some, we're gonna eventually get Havocs and stuff. We're not speedrunning this, but we technically can. Alright, so to make this easy, we're not gonna go very fast. That way, we don't have to feel rushed.
Enemies getting close to a ship.
Okay.
Running out of time to stop.
What are you talking about? Alright, we're gonna clear the next side. So there's nothing here, which means the third ship will be on the left. And then, so yeah, let's start getting these upgrades. Continue getting units. So let's clear this side as well. Empower me is ready. So here we can get ready. In fact, since we're already here, what we can do is let's just start the launch here. Let's get this upgrade. Then build some stuff. Alright, here. So one more. And then we have empowerment, so perfect. And then we just keep making more destroyers. Here, let's get this upgrade as well. The big wave will come on the right side, so let's get ready. Let's get a warp prism for later. More destroyers. So they come up. This big wave comes at about 1 minute. So here's a minute. So now we empower me. That they just disappear. With mech units, we deal even more damage. Just keep making pylons. Alright, 20-something seconds left. We can just kind of stand still. Let's get more upgrades. We don't want the push upgrade. Alright, so let's... Okay, time's up. Let's go up and see if the ship is here. Let's find out where they are. Let's give this a hotkey, so let's get a warp prism. And this one, and this one. So... Okay, there's a ship here, which is nice. Oh, we don't, So our Havocs died. It's unfortunate. Let's get out of here. We'll clear that later. And since we cleared the bottom already, what we're gonna do is send a dude here, and I'm gonna build pylon here and pylon here. So we're gonna wall that side. So we're gonna have some extra overcharge resistance. Give the War Prism a hotkey. Get some Havocs. We're not gonna make Ascendants or Wrathwalkers. We're just gonna make a lot of Destroyers because we want to A-boot. We love our A-boot, right? And then we're also at the same time waiting for upgrades. So we're gonna see where the last ship is. This will be the third ship, and then 4 and then 5. So here I'm gonna build 2 of these from 3 just to block. This kind of but because of Eminent Domain, we kind of block them. So that's cool. Let's move this mothership. See, so there's nothing here. We don't need to clear it. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna clear this side.
Think you'll have time to destroy them.
We're gonna clear this side, and then we're gonna go deal with the wave.
They're headed for one of the ships.
And then this is about ready. So this is gone. Okay, so now we have Empower Me ready. Let's teleport here. Move this guy out of the way. So we will shift click this guy around so that he'll go elsewhere. And then now we want to make sure we trigger this before 30. Before 30. And since I have Empower Me ready, I want to trigger it sooner. Sooner than later. So let's get more.
That's one fewer disaster to worry about.
You can put your mothership on a hotkey and just put it like forward. So it deals a lot of damage in the front, also tanks some of these other guys' shots. And then destroyers, you can keep them in the back. Supplicants, you can actually just like hold still. You don't even need to attack with them, so you can just hold position. Let's get these two. Make sure, okay, let's chrono both of these. All the other upgrades are done. And then here they are. So I have a minute left. Let's empower me, and then we'll overcharge as well since we have 3 of them.
Hostile forces are approaching us. Grade 10.
Make sure our Havocs are behind. See, I think these are kind of unnecessary, but oh well. It's same thing here. And then we'll go here, same thing. Alright, and we still have plenty of supplicants, right? And here, because we triggered the ship before 30, we will be able to deal with this wave. We'll be able to deal with that, like, see, so if you let it, if you wait until 1730 and it panic launches, then the attack wave will come at the same time. So if you trigger before that, the ship will end before the 17-minute wave gets close, and then you'll have a much easier time. So you can deal with the wave. If it comes from the left side, then you can send it, you can teleport home and then deal with it. So here we're just gonna block like this, and then we'll wall like this. Like that. And then here, look at that, we're almost done. I mean, we're almost maxed out. Let's get more. We are maxed out now. And then let's just get all the upgrades. Here, we can actually start now. we can actually start now because by the time we use Empower Me, it'll be ready. So let's do that. So we'll charge here, trigger this. By the time Empower Me is available, we will use it for like a big spawn because the big spawns don't come right away.
Launch in progress.
So let's find the supplicants and we'll just move them back here and hold position. And then we'll just because we have a lot of armor. Because we have a lot of armor, we could just kind of let them roam. Let's make sure we're in range. Where are... Oh my gosh. All my Havocs are dead. Okay, since Havocs are dead, let's get rid of some of the Supplicants. Here we go. Havoc. In fact, we can even keep a Havoc inside this War Prism so that we keep getting the range. Even if we don't have anything else, we get the range. And then let's overcharge once as we can. Power Me time. Basically just make supplicants and then charge, wave, repeat. Look at that. So at this point, what you can do as a backup is to get these two upgrades and get more gateways. I'm not even looking at the fight because it's so easy. I mean, okay. So these guys, let's get them out of here. There will be an attack wave at like 30, and then we'll go afterwards. Hey, look. Huh. Hey. Here, we'll use some Slayers. So we'll deal with this wave, and then we'll clear the last one. Ah, let's teleport here since they're on the left side. Let's go. Max out. And since we're at 4 out of 5, it doesn't matter what happens to the other ships. So let's make a dude there. Here we are done with all upgrades, so let's chrono these two. All right, we are ready. Let's go. That's right. I should have waited a little bit for Empower Me. I forgot about that. That was a slight mistake, but it's not going to be a big deal. We'll have Empower Me at the end, so we'll use an overcharge. And then just throw things to these destroyers. They just do everything. We have Blink Stalker, a few big stalkers, because why not? And this basically shoots everything. Let's overcharge again. Back up. They're kind of angry. Oh no, we lost a few units. Let's just replace them. And what I can do is charge at this and then push them towards my army. Alright, and then Empower Me soon, and I'll use it once I have it because, well, I have it, and it won't even last the whole time because I wasn't ready. But, I mean, I used it too soon. Here, let's shoot him. With that, so many destroyers. How many destroyers? 38 destroyers? Yeah, just mass destroyer. This wall, the cyber wall, is very useful. Although for Alarak, it's probably not necessary. Because Alarak himself is probably not going to die. So you probably don't need it, but it's helpful to have a buffer against the enemies, just in case they somehow kill everything on the ground. If they somehow kill everything on the ground, well, Alarak's going to eat his whole army, but that's not going to happen. So they have something to hit rather than the ship. So yeah. So let's do a quick review. First, you get you keep 14 on minerals, then you get one gas, then another gas, 14 the whole time. Then you get a mothership plus one weapons before 4 minutes. And then for the first ship, you have a pylon and you help out with overcharge, and that's it. You have a few destroyers, maybe a pair of supplicants for Alarak to eat, and that's about it. Then you expand, you clear spaces, basically start a ship when Empower Me is like 30 seconds or so away. At most 1 minute, just in case you need to use it beforehand. But for the most part, you don't need it. And the big waves that spawn, like here or here, they spawn when there's about 1 minute left. So that means when your cooldown is about 60 seconds, then you can actually start the ship so that when you need Empower Me, you will have it. And it will last for the latter half of the ship, which is the harder part. And this whole time, you have lots of destroyers, and they don't care about Scorched Earth, so you don't have to dodge anything. You just have some supplicants. You can even put supplicants behind this wall so that you don't F2 them away, and then Alarak will have things to eat. While you're defending ships, you don't actually need to move anything except maybe have Mothership on a hotkey, Alarak on another hotkey, and just move them, move the mothership forward, use Alarak, and you're controlling him most of the time, just like using Q and E. You don't need to do anything else with these other guys. You have overcharge once in a while, and if you have 3 charges, you just use one of them. So starting from the third ship, you can have some buildings here for buffer. You probably won't need it, but you have so much money anyways that you might as well do that. All right, and that's it. Good luck in your runs.